Hey guys, Cecil here once again. Hey, I just wanted to do a video today to talk about two things mainly. One, the Nintendo Direct that happened on Thursday, which was a few days ago, as well as the channel going forward. I want to talk about the Direct first just because I think there's more relevant information that people will care about, and if people want to stick around and listen after I'm done talking about the Nintendo Direct, I'm just going to give you some insight on what's going on with the channel and what I'm going to be doing with it going forward. And don't worry, I'm not going to stop making videos, but I'm going to talk about making them and things along those lines. So if you're unaware, happened a few days ago, Nintendo had their first really big post E3 Direct. The first one since Satoru Iwata's sad passing. And they threw a truckload of game information, trailers, news, and everything. A lot of it we knew was coming. Some of it we had hints of it coming. There had been some, investigation and digging into the Nintendo eShop code and seeing the listings for some of this stuff, and a couple of even new things that completely blew us out of the water. I thought it was by far one of the best directs in the last 2 years. If you are a Nintendo fan and you watched that direct and you were disappointed at all, especially with their E3 showing, I think they redeemed themselves in a lot of people's eyes, especially with what's coming in the next 6 to 7 months, especially the rest of this year and going into early next year. So I'm just going to kind of read off my screen here. I apologize. There was just so much information. I'm not going to be able to talk about it off the top of my head. But I'll start with Cloud Strife in Super Smash Brothers. Wow. If you remember last year, they had like a request a character kind of a thing. You could actually fill out a survey and ask what characters you want to see in Smash. Cloud must have been up there, or this is something they've been working on for a while, but this is the first time Cloud or anything really FF7 related has been in a Nintendo related console project or anything since the mid-90s. If you remember, FF7 was originally supposed to be on the N64, but due to cartridge constraint, because Nintendo decided to go with cartridges on the N64, it was eventually moved to PlayStation, because there's no way they could cram a 3-disc CD game onto an N64 cart without compromising a lot of the game. But yeah, it looks phenomenal. If you watch the trailer for it, some of the little homages, they have both Advent Children Cloud and his Soldier Cloud. A lot of his limit breaks, some of the summons, the stage looks really good. If you have Smash Brothers for Wii U or 3DS and you like FF7 at all, yeah, that one came out of left field, but I'm pretty stoked. A lot of the DLC they've released for Smash, even if it has been a little on the expensive side, at least the stages and I think the extra characters they've added have been pretty good for the most part. The Amiibo skins, whether you want to dabble into that or not, is completely arbitrary and up to you. Some of it I bought, others I've skipped. It's kind of been a lot of the Sega stuff like Virtua Fighter and some of those other skins I picked up, but some of it I've skipped. But yeah, Cloud from FF7 in Smash Brothers. Probably going to go into more details next month on that Smash Direct they'll have in December. Moving along, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Pretty cool. I'm really mixed on Twilight Princess. I thought it was a pretty solid Zelda. Not the greatest Zelda game by any means, but pretty good. I'll be honest, I have not played Skyward Sword yet. I have the game, but I have not even started it or remotely tried to play it. So Twilight Princess was the last really big Zelda game, at least built from the ground up new Zelda that wasn't a port or something. That and A Link Between Worlds are the last two Zelda games I put a lot of time in and actually finished. The story was good. The graphics were good. The HD version compared to the GameCube or the Wii version looks really good. So for the people who never got a chance to play Twilight Princess on the original Wii when it was a launch title on the GameCube about 9-10 years ago, I think you'll have something definitely look forward to in March when that comes out. And at least it seems for now Nintendo has not stopped the Wii U release list. They're not going to kind of put the Wii U on the back burner and kind of go into hibernation with it like they did the original Wii, assuming the NX does come out next year. They also kind of teased a little bit of Zelda Wii U. They had kind of where it transitioned into what the new upcoming Zelda Wii U game is going to look like. A lot of people have been thinking, oh, it's going to be a Skyrim kind of game with Zelda, at least in world scope and size. And I think for the natural evolution of the Zelda series, that's probably the next big step. A lot of speculation out there that the delay for the game was mainly due to the fact they're going to also port it to the NX, give it kind of the Twilight Princess treatment of GameCube and Wii release, so they're going to have Wii U and NX versions of next-gen Zelda. So if the NX does come out next fall, which at least a lot of people and prognosticators of the gaming industry have predicted, they're going to do a dual release. But at least if you're not looking to get the NX right away, at least it'll still be there for Wii U. It's not getting canceled. It's not going to be only the NX only. It's going to be on both, which is fine. Pokmon Tournament. I like fighting games. I'm never going to be a big fighting game guy as far as ever proclaiming I'm very good at them. But I think for a collaboration with Bandai Namco running on a Tekken-style game, I think for Pokemon fans, especially since there really hasn't been much for Pokemon games on the Wii U to date, I think they had the Pokemon Rumble Blast with the little figures. This was the pre-Amiibo NFC pieces, if you remember those a few years ago, for the handful of Wii U owners who might have picked some of those pieces up. That was really the only Pokemon game they've done. Everything else has been on the 3DS. But I think it looks good. I'm not a big Pokemon guy, but I can understand the appeal of it. And for the first really major, what I'd consider Pokemon-like or Pokemon franchise game on the Wii U, it looks pretty good. Don't know if I'll pick it up day one, but we'll have to see. But at least I think it looks pretty cool, and Pokemon fans should be pretty happy. Star Fox Zero. Star Fox, really the first really mainline Star Fox game since the N64 one, not counting Star Fox Adventures and Star Fox Assault, which kind of had a mix of that traditional Star Fox gameplay as well as some arena-style multiplayer. Kind of received a lot of mixed reviews. Star Fox Command was kind of mixed with the stylus control, and their Star Fox 64 3DS, but again, that was a port. So this one looks really good. I'm really looking forward to this for really what I would consider the first true Star Fox game in at least 10 years, if you count Assault, and almost 20 if you count Star Fox 64. So I think another great spring game that was supposed to come out in the holiday, but now is actually coming out. I'm looking really forward to that. They did a Splatoon update. I haven't played Splatoon in a few months, but I think a lot of the content they're adding for no additional charge, all the new maps and gameplay, they got that Splatoon and Smash Brothers Black Friday bundle coming. So I think if you haven't gotten a Wii U yet, unless you're really wanting to wait and see what the NX is going to be about, that's a pretty good value bundle with two really good games and the console itself. I really think Nintendo should have dropped the price of Wii U to $249.99 for holiday. My guess is they're probably going to save that price drop for next year, but I don't think it's a bad time to get on board with the Wii U. There's a lot of good stuff already out, and at least it's not completely abandoning it yet. There is some still good stuff coming for the first half of the year. Some updates they did for Super Mario Maker, which looked pretty cool. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I wanted to talk about this one a little bit. I really haven't done many videos on this stuff, but I have bought a lot of Amiibos. I have a good portion of them. I'm missing some of the Toys R Us exclusives just because there isn't a Toys R Us around where I live. But I've got a lot of the other ones through work and picking them up through online orders when they've reopened a lot of the Target exclusives and stuff. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But we have a gaming night every week at my place, and I am looking forward to finally cracking those Amiibos out and giving this game a shot. We've been playing Yoshi's Woolly World a lot the last few weeks during that, which is a lot of fun too. But in case you were wondering what the package looked like, this is what it looks like. Basically, you get two Amiibos, Digby and Isabelle. Or actually, Digby and Isabelle. I'm pointing at the wrong ones. Don't mind me. Haven't had a chance to bust it open, but haven't read many reviews. But for people who like Amiibos, and if you need party games for the Wii U, I'm hoping this is going to be pretty good. At least the previews for it looked pretty good. I am hoping at some point they will do a built-from-the-ground-up Animal Crossing game on the Wii U, but given Happy Home Designer came out and this have come out, I think if they're going to be doing another traditional Animal Crossing game at this stage of the Wii U and 3DS's life, it's probably only going to be on the NX. just because they're going to need games that are going to appeal to a lot of people when they launch their new console. But at least as far as the Amiibos and stuff, and this, I'm looking forward to this. I actually like Happy Home Designer. I picked that up a couple months ago. Got a handful of Amiibo cards as well. Got Isabelle, thankfully. She was one of my cards I was really hoping to get in one of the packs. Unfortunately, I did get one of her. Just to give you guys a quick preview, 3-pack of these, $34.99, KK Slider, and 2 of the llama people in the game. I forget their names. I'd have to look here real quick. And also, you also get Tom Nook and Mabel. So this was part of Wave 6, the second half of Wave 6, if my Amiibo release memory is correct. And also Mewtwo came out, which I picked up. But looking really forward to Animal Crossing Amiibo Fest. Looking forward to give that game a try with some friends. This is a multiplayer game, so I will definitely give some impressions of that. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, I will be picking up next week. I love the 3DS Mario Tennis. Was a big fan of the N64 one. Didn't play the GBA one very much, or like there was a Virtual Boy one, which I've tried, but I've never really owned a Virtual Boy. But at least from the 3DS one and the previews for a Mario sports game, it looks pretty good. Online play, which is always nice. And obviously the big game that for anyone who's even in remotely into RPGs and have probably been waiting for over 2 years since it was announced, Xenoblade Chronicles X comes out on December 4th. I've got the limited edition pre-ordered, so as soon as that game comes out, you will not see me for a while just because I'm going to want to play through that. I love the original Wii Xenoblade. It was one of my favorite 7th gen RPGs by far. Ton of stuff to do. Really looking forward to this one, especially with the skells, the big mechs in the game, as well as a huge world that's even bigger than a lot of recent RPGs. So that will be getting my Fallout 4 attention, even though I haven't... what I mean by that is Fallout 4, a lot of people have been playing a crap ton of that. I haven't picked up Fallout 4 yet. I haven't been a big Fallout guy, admittedly, but I will be disappearing for a while to play through Xenoblade just because I am so looking forward to that. Okay, that was the Wii U news. Moving on to 3DS. Holy crap, 3DS is going to be the RPG Central handheld, at least for the first half of the year. G1 Pokemon games. I played Pokemon Yellow back in the day. If it tells you how old I am, I was 19 when that game came out and I played it. I haven't played any much of G1. I didn't play the Fire Red or Leaf Green remake on the GBA, so I will probably download one of these Gen 1 Pokemon games just because I know a lot of my friends will be too. It's a great way to trade Pokemon. They've edited it where you can actually trade over Wi-Fi, which is nice. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to these Gen 1 remakes coming out on the Virtual Console on the 3DS, finally happening in a few months in February. Hyrule Warriors Legends. I liked Hyrule Warriors. I don't think it had a ton of replay value unless you really wanted to unlock everything and do a lot of stuff. At least the main story could probably be beaten in about 10 to 12 hours, but if you wanted to like level up everybody, unlock all the weapons and skins and everything that the game had, you could dump dozens of hours into it. But Hyrule Warriors Legends, thought it was pretty cool that they're porting it to the 3DS. You're going to be getting the Wind Waker stuff. I believe that's going to be available. If you have the 3DS one, you'll be able to get that on Wii U as well. Linkle. I know there's been a lot of crossplay of females as Links in cosplay circles, which I'm not really a big part of, but they announced a female version of Link, which will be in this new 3DS game, which I think is pretty cool. I already know a lot of my female friends are going to be getting that ready and raring to go. They already did a big Hyrule Warriors cosplay last year, and I'm sure they'll be redoing it again with the new characters added. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Given how much of a disappointment Paper Mario Sticker Star was, and I liked Mario and Luigi Dream Team as well as Bowser's Inside Story, the last couple have been really good. I am looking forward to this. Just because Mario RPGs in general, other than Sticker Star, which is kind of a topic for a video on its own and how big of a disappointment that was, this one looks pretty good. I like some of the mechanics of the exploration where Paper Mario turns into a hang glider and you cross over chasms and stuff. I thought that looked pretty cool. We'll probably pick that one up when it comes out in a couple of months. Fire Emblem Fates finally coming to the stateside here in March, I believe. Doing 2 versions, giving it the Pokemon treatment. There's a big $80 collector's edition, which is going to come with the core 2 games, an art book, the 3rd expansion, Revelations, I think it's called, for $80. So anybody who wants to get the full Fire Emblem experience, most of the recent Fire Emblem games on the GameCube, Wii, and the most recent 3DS one, Fire Emblem Awakening, have been pretty good. Looking forward to that one. They did a Triforce Heroes update, which I did pick up. Really great for multiplayer. Zelda, kind of in that vein of Four Swords from a few years back. Looking forward to that one and the updates, the new dungeons and everything they'll add. I just wish I had more friends that actually had the game, because the single player is a little on the boring side, even though I think it's a pretty overall solid Zelda game, even if a little bare bones story-wise. They talked about Super Mystery Dungeon a little bit. Never been a big Pokemon Mystery Dungeon guy, but I can understand the appeal of it, and for no mainline Pokemon game on 3DS this year, it'll probably be a good spin-off stopgap Pokemon game for the people who never really got into Yokai Watch, which also came out a few weeks ago. Haven't really had a chance to check out Nintendo Badge Arcade. I guess it's something kind of a crane game, although it's a microtransaction kind of thing, and I tend to steer away from that kind of stuff. Couple of Dragon Quest games finally got announced. I know there's a lot of people that have been really waiting for the Western localizations of these games to be announced, especially given Dragon Quest 4, 5, 6, and 9 all came out on the DS. 7 and 8 are finally coming out next year. Really looking forward to both of those. I was a big fan of Dragon Warrior 7 on the PS1. Huge RPG. I never finished it, but I got about 60, 70 hours into it. I just so much. I should go back and finish that at some point, but now with the 3DS one coming, I'll probably just start over and play that. Dragon Warrior 8, one of the best PS2 RPGs, bar none, so a lot of people may not have gotten a chance to play it. We'll finally be able to on the 3DS. Couple other things, Pokemon Picross, another Picross game, puzzle game if you're into that kind of thing. They announced the next wave of Amiibos in January, probably Wave 7. It's the second half of the Amiibo, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival compatible, as well as Series 2 of the Animal Crossing cards will be coming. A lot of third-party stuff here. Final Fantasy Explorers, which is getting a collector's edition, which is a Square Enix store exclusive, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But for a Monster Hunter-style action RPG, it looked kind of cool. Megaman Legacy Collection. I vowed to myself I was never going to double dip or triple dip on Mega Man. And what I mean by triple dip, I have all 6 original NES carts, and I have 2 versions of the Anniversary Collection from the PS2 and the GameCube. And I'm thinking they're probably at some point going to re-release it again, and I'm not going to buy it again. And lo and behold, 3DS version gets announced, Gold Mega Man Amiibo, and I am a goddamn hypocrite. And I ordered it as soon as I saw the Gold Mega Man Amiibo. I didn't get the downloaded version on PS4 or Xbox One for the previous reasons I stated, but the Gold Mega Man Amiibo, me being the Amiibo guy that I am, I had to jump on it, unfortunately. And at least the games are good, even if I played them a lot. Some other third-party and indie games they announced, SteamWorld Heist, Kerbal Space Program, Hive Jump, Fast Racing Neo for basically what's going to be the F-Zero game that's not going to be F-Zero on the Wii U. Cool. They also announced Project Cross Zone 2, which I'm really looking forward to. That finally got a firm street date in February. Looking forward to it. Segata Sanchiro's in that game. That'll be awesome. Mighty Number 9 got a street date. So, yeah, that's some other stuff. Terraria, Lego Marvel Avengers. Not really much worth commenting on. So, those are my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct. I know this is a few days late, but I just wanted to give you guys my feedback on that. So let me know what you thought of it in the comments below, or just tweet at me. I'll leave my Twitter and stuff. Feel free. And that's going to kind of lead me into the second half of this video. So if you're not interested in channel news, you can click off the video. But just wanted to give a couple of quick updates. Going forward, this is, I guess you could kind of say it's an early New Year's resolution in November. My goal going forward is to have at least one video up a week. And the reason for my lack of content in recent months, and actually a couple of years, has been twofold. One, I've been lazy. I'll be right off the bat. I have not done much. And two, I do not have a computer to edit a lot of this stuff. And that kind of bleeds into one another. It's not exactly hard to sit here and talk at a camera. It doesn't take that long in time of dedication. But I just haven't had a lot of what I wanted to talk about, and working full-time as well as having a few other responsibilities. It has taken up some of my time, but at the end of the day, I have had time to make videos, and I just haven't because I've been, frankly, lazy. And that's not really an excuse, but I just wanted to let you know, be honest with you guys up front. And that kind of goes into the second point, is I do not have a good computer to edit videos. Part of the reason I have been lazy is because I want to do better videos. When I do a lot of what I talk about, it's just me kind of talking and spitting at a camera here in one take, and then I upload it. I want to be able to edit a lot of video. I want to be able to record gameplay, but without a good gaming PC to at least be edit videos and capture gameplay, I just haven't really done what I want. And that's, I guess, part of the other reason why I've been lazy, because I want to be able to do better videos for you guys, which kind of brings me to something I did want to mention, since I just checked my channel today and I went over 500 subscribers. That is awesome, especially given the fact that I have uploaded maybe a few videos in the last 2 years. So that means there have been people out there, even though I have not uploaded much in recent times, that have clicked on the subscribe button, even and checked out some of my older content. And I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate it. Everyone who's subscribed in the last year or two, even though I haven't uploaded much, thank you very much for sticking around, even if I haven't uploaded much. And I promise, going forward, at least one video a week, even if it's me spitting at you guys, and just talking about whatever random news is on for the week, gaming related, or a video game I've recently played and want to talk about, or whatever little accessory or unboxing. I guess this is going to be a variety channel. There's not really anything specific it's going to be. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. My New Year's resolution, one video a week, even if it's just talking to you. And I want to be more interactive with you. Talk to you guys in the comments. Reply to your messages you send me. I just don't think I've done a good enough job of that. And going forward, it has been my vow, I guess you could call it, to do that, to upload more content and be more interactive with the people who have stuck with me, even if I have been a lazy son of a gun when it's come to uploading, and there's really no excuse for it at the end of the day. So going forward, I promise more content coming. So I hope you guys stick around for that. I appreciate, again, everyone who watches my videos. Thank you very much. Otherwise, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave something down in the comments. I promise I will get back to you. Otherwise, you guys take it easy, and I'll see you next time.